Chat, first fucking video. A tribute to Gen Z media. Dude, it is kind of sad that, like, Gen Z media is coming to an end. At least young Gen Z media. Not, like, right now, but what? Like, the youngest Gen Z, the oldest Gen Zer is almost 30. And the youngest Gen Zer is what? Like 15? 14? So in like, 3 or 4 years, it'll be like Gen Alpha now 15, I think. So it's like it's starting to be like Gen Alpha media now, meme-wise at least.
Every generation thinks they have the best movies, music, TV shows, and books. And as a member of Gen Z, let me just say,
I don't think that Gen Z has the best movies. I think millennials have the best movies. Well, we were alive as Gen Zers, but I think like best movie era is like 2000 to 2010. I don't think Gen Z has that. I don't think Gen Z has that at all. I think like the first 10 years of the 2000s was like prime movie era.
that we definitely do. Let's start out with TV, and more specifically, cartoons. The hyper-ironic, random humor Gen Z is known for really just stems from the cartoons we grew up watching. I mean, the most popular cartoon of our childhood followed an anthropomorphic bird and raccoon.
Was Regular Show really the most popular? I think it was up there. I feel like the most popular cartoon of our era was still probably SpongeBob. But SpongeBob existed for millennials. SpongeBob existed in the 90s, right? I don't know. Adventure Time? I would say Regular Show is probably one of the top 10 most popular. That's probably a Googleable question. What are the most popular cartoons, kid cartoons of all time? Top 20 best kids cartoons of all time. Well, I don't know if this is like an accurate list. It's at number 1 of Looney Tunes. I think Looney Tunes is fair. Looney Tunes, Scooby-Doo. Yeah. Avatar, Batman, Star Wars, The Clone Wars, Kim Possible, SpongeBob, Phineas and Ferb, Spider-Man, Bluey. That's modern day. Powerpuff Girls, Danny Phantom, Teen Titans, Ben 10. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. That's a fucking callback. I don't know how accurate that list is, though.
Working at a park with a green man, a ghost, an immortal yeti with a gumball machine as a boss.
Bro, you know one show that was popular when we were kids that I never watched, and then I finally gave it a try, and because one TikTok made me want to watch it because he was talking about how funny it was, and I watched it, and it was unbearably bad. Oh my God, what is it called? It's like Uncle something. Uncle Grandpa. Uncle Grandpa is such a bad show. It's like it's so kiddish. It's so bad. Uncle Grandpa. If this becomes a YouTube video, fucking editor, throw up an image of Uncle Grandpa or like the fucking like cover photo. It's so bad. Yeah, I only got through the first episode. But it was like, he opens the door, he's like, oh, hello there. And it's like, oh, God. It's just annoying. Regular Show is like a show you could watch when you're 5 and a show we could watch when you're 25 and high. Like, it works, right? It's an all-around show. Same thing with, like, Gravity Falls. I think if we're actually talking about peak Gen Z media, the best cartoon to come out of our generation is Gravity Falls. And that's not even our generation, though. Somebody that wasn't Gen Z made it.
Doesn't really get more
just came out during our time.
Random than that. Regular Show really had a massive influence on Gen Z's humor. I mean, the amount of times me and my friends have said, oh, after something epic happens, it's gotta be in the hundreds. And we didn't just have Regular Show.
Oh, Johnny Test, dude. Bling Bling Boy. My God, this used to be my show on Cartoon Network. This was like endless entertainment when this was on.
I mean, Phineas and Ferb is probably my favorite show of all time, up there with The Sopranos. While the animation...
Phineas and Ferb is up there with The Sopranos. I think the humor is pretty fair. I think Phineas and Ferb, the vibe of the show was good. It wasn't like modern day brain rot like Cocomelon, but it was interesting enough to where every episode was its own little random thing that was happening that like connected somewhat to an overall story, which was good. It's trash? No, Phineas and Ferb was good. Phineas and Ferb was definitely a good show.
And premise of the show makes it appear like it's meant for little kids. The writing and humor is so clever and witty that I enjoy the show more now at 20 years old than I did when I was a little kid. Other shows like Gravity Falls, The Amazing World of Gumball, and Adventure Time also helped
I couldn't get behind Adventure Time. I think it's a little too kiddish at the start, and the animation's terrible. It hurts my eyes to watch. They're like little doodles that anyone could draw, and I don't like that. I think Gravity Falls, I think Amazing World of Gumball was cool, and I liked the humor. I know it's a bad take. I know Adventure Time's really popular and really emotional when it ended. I just never got behind it.
Let's talk about
I know it's a bad take.
Music. Man, from 2014 to 2019, the amount of amazing music that was released is astounding. Gen Z is obsessed with 2016, and I think a main reason—
Yeah, no, 2016 was fucking peak media. Peak YouTube, I think the reason that is as well is because 2016 is also like a era where a lot of people were graduating high school, a lot of people were graduating middle school, a lot of people were in transitional phases, and so it's like a memorable time. I always say one of the most like memorable artists or most nostalgic artists of that time was Juice WRLD, but that was 2018. That was like 2017, 2018. Juice WRLD, bro, fucking Lucid Dreams comes on, I get teleported back to freshman year, sophomore year. Teleported when Lucid like like that beat comes on, bro. Everybody was playing that all day. That was that shit the backpack kids had when they'd be walking through the hallways.
And for that is because so many great albums were released that year. Blonde, Starboy, Anti, Lemonade, Coloring Book, Black Star, The Life of Pablo, Untitled, Unmastered, Views, Awaken My Love. I mean, 2016 Uzi has basically become a mythical figure because of his consistency and output during that year. And
I think that those albums were definitely really good, but they're also perceived better in the minds of people that grew up with them because you're always going to hold some level of, like, I guess, praise for something that you've known. Not necessarily even on a nostalgia factor. It's like, you know, when your parents today might be like, modern rap these days is a bunch of mumbo jumbo and it doesn't make fucking sense anymore. You gotta listen to the OGs. Like, some shit like that. Like, it's the same thing. You'll be that. I hate to say it. That'll be you. Right? In 30 years. That'll be you. You'll be saying the same shit. But you'll say the same shit and you'll be like, man, back in my day, Lil Uzi was the shit. Now you guys are listening to those fucking stupid Gen Alpha artists.
I'm not saying these are necessarily Gen Z albums, but usually the music that's the most important to you is the music that was released during your formative years. And I just gotta say, we low-key win. Like, yeah, I'll admit we didn't have Michael Jackson or Biggie or Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, but bro, do you know who we got? My man Fetty Wap. Listen, I'm not getting behind this. I'm not getting behind this. I'm not getting behind the, oh, we got Fetty Wap. We're not going band for band on fucking rappers. And I'm pulling Fetty Wap out of the bag. That's probably the last guy I'm pulling. That's probably the last dude I'm pulling. Just being like, yeah, you remember Fetty Wap? Yo, you remember Nasty Freestyle too? You remember that shit? Just start pulling like, you remember Whip? Nay, you remember that shit? Even being ironic,
watch me whip.
Fetty Wap at his peak had the entire world in the palm of his hand. Bro, I know you remember
1738 was big. Bro, another one that was big. I don't even remember his name. I gotta look up the song. You remember Designer Panda? That was big. Where he'd go, Panda, 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 Panda. That was huge. Half the song. I'm 30 seconds in and he's still going, Panda. Panda. That song sucks too. that song sucks too. You look back at it and you're like, wow, this was actually fucking really bad. Yo, I would rather pull out like 6ix9ine for like band for rappers than Fetty Wap. Take. Name another song by Fetty Wap that you listened to.
38 and I got this sewed up. And he had other
that is another one.
Hits like My Way, RGF Island, and Again. Fetty Wap was really the king of writing hooks. I don't want to sound like too much of an old head, but modern pop music to me sounds like it's lacking creativity. Everyone kind of sounds the same and is trying to hop on trends, and when someone new does come with an original sound, it's shocking. I miss the days when upcoming artists like Travis Scott, Tyler the Creator, and Frank Ocean were experimenting and pushing boundaries of their genre.
Well, I think people still experiment and push boundaries today, but it's similar to where things are discovered and now there's not much else to do outside of reformat ideas that already exist. The early 2000s and the late like early 2010s, it was easier to get big into music because making beats was different, creating different lyrics and different styles was available. But at some point, you run out of genres of music and styles that you can fall into. Yeet is like, yeah, one of his own kind. I don't really like Yeet's music personally. I think it's just heavy beats. Honestly, Yeet's music, in my mind, is just like a background guy kind of singing in the corner with like a heavy set DJ just playing forefront. Like, that's what Yeet's very like. It'll be like, dum, 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 and he'll be like, and it's like you can't even hear him. He's fucking far as shit. Like, it sounds like the beat was created in studio and then the audio recording was like filmed on like a fucking Samsung Galaxy. Like, that's what I feel when I listen to Yeet. But like, anyways, yeah, like Tyler the Creator and all these guys were like, you know, kind of paving their own way to their own genre of music. They still do their own thing and obviously they do well. But when there's, you know, 10 types of rap music and hip hop styles that are available, and then you pave way to 5, 10 more, it's harder to expand beyond that. Like, it's like diminishing returns almost, where humans are only able to do so much. You're not like, yeah, are there going to be in the next 5, 10, 20 years crazy new music that drops? For sure. Right? And there's even new genres that are getting popular. Like, funk music didn't exist, you know, then. Like, at to the capacity it did now. Like, there was still, like, rave music and other genres. But like Brazilian funk and all these other genres, like they're new. But that's because of modern technology as well and the adaptation of you being able to create beats quicker. But there's like outside of that, you have to wait a lot of the time either for somebody crazy to come around or like new technology. Because at some point it's like there's only so much that you're able to talk about creatively and just like musically.
And while these guys are still at the top of their game, the new artists to take their place just don't do it for me. I still remember I was in 8th grade when Igor dropped, and I was blown away. It was equal parts soul, pop, and
nice haircut. It looks fucking bad. Stop. Don't mention it. I'm trying to fucking fix it. It just looks bad. I didn't do it today. But still. All right, lock in.
Hip-hop. There was a complete narrative through the entire album. The music videos were beautiful.
What's the difference between funk and funk music? Oh, funk music is more hip-hop. Funk music, PHONK, is like dun 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 dun, like this one. This is Brazilian funk. Or you could, it's kind of like rave music, but it's only on the beat drop the entire time. It's honestly like, what is it, like jabber? What is it called? What is it called where like, it's like a UK type of, like jump style, almost. Like heavy beats, really loud, massive bass. Just like, doom, 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 the whole time. I love it. I think it's fire, but it's hard to, like, differentiate yourself. Like, I know Play a Funk. He makes a lot of good funk songs, and my outro is one of his songs that he lets me use. Play a Funk, stream Play a Funk on Spotify. Anyways, he makes funk music, and even he is kind of branching out somewhat, like, still in the funk genre, but slightly out of it, where it's like, people run shit into the ground in that genre, where like if you have a popular Brazilian funk song, they will like reformat it, slow reverb, faster pace, they'll change some beats up and just release like 7 songs that are almost identical until it like dies, and then they'll just transfer to something else, which is honestly like similar to what like all artists do now, where if something's a hit, they'll just kind of like reformat it and just do the same thing over and over again.
Beautiful. It was creativity at its peak. The greatest thing about this era of music was that there was something for everyone. There were plenty of pop radio hits, hip-hop was going through its second prime, new wave R&B was on the rise, and artists were starting to mature and find their own sound. I couldn't be happier with the music Gen Z grew up with, and the same goes for video games. If there's one video game that would define our generation, it's obviously Minecraft.
Yeah, I think Minecraft, what defines Gen Z? Minecraft, I think Roblox defines Gen Alpha more, personally. I think Minecraft, Fortnite, and then, like, not even COD. I think COD's a millennial thing. Today, COD is played by Gen Zers mainly, but, like, Call of Duty was big for millennials. Like, when you were a squeaker, if you're my age, like, not, if you're, like, 15, when you were a squeaker, that was, like, fucking, like, 7 years ago. I'm talking when you were, like, if you were, like, 8 years old in, like, 2010, 2011, the guys you were playing with that were calling you the N-word in COD lobbies are 36 with kids now, right? Like, those are millennials. The millennials were the ones that were screaming at you. Like, COD is a millennial game. That's not a Gen Zer game. Gen Zer games like Minecraft, maybe Roblox, but I feel like Roblox is, like, mainly Gen Alpha now. Fortnite. What else? What's, like, a game-defining, like, or, like, a generation-defining game? RuneScape? That's way older, dude. RuneScape might be, like, Gen X. GTA 5. I think GTA 5. But GTA 5 is so big that it doesn't really, like, grasp just Gen Z. It's like everyone. Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, that's fair. Horror. Very niche, though.
Minecraft. I really don't know what to say about Minecraft that hasn't already been.
I think anyone that's ever played video games finds Minecraft nostalgic. I think that's the reason that, or any Gen Zer, the reason Minecraft defines Gen Z is because if you talk to somebody and you're like, hey, did you play video games when you were a kid? And then I turn on fucking this, you probably go, like, 1,000-yard stare shit. Yeah, like, you start freaking out. You're like, oh my god, I know this song. Or just, like, any of them, for that matter.
Said, I still fondly remember the days of
oh my god, being uncreative and building houses out of, like, gold and diamond blocks. Minecraft PE was the shit, man.
hopping in worlds with my friends and building roller coasters, mansions, and having full.
I used to go on Creative World on my grandpa's computer. This was probably in, like, 2013. So I was like 11 or 12. Probably 11. I might have been 10. I would go on my grandpa's computer and I would play Minecraft and I would go in creative and I would just place a whole pyramid of TNT. Like, I'm talking I would spend like 20 minutes. I didn't know how to do commands with like the wood axe and shit. So I would just place like thousands of blocks of TNT and then I would record it on like whatever I had at that time. I think it was like an iPad mini, and I would light it on fire and I would record it. And I would be like, and I remember I would watch them back and be like, this is awesome. Or I would create there, and then when I got older, I would make like complex. This is actually when I got pretty good at Minecraft. I would create like complex fireworks shows out of redstone. I don't remember how to do it anymore. But I remember I used to watch, like, tutorials, and I would go in creative and, like, actually create, like, I would craft, like, specific fireworks, make it times at night, and then, like, create, like, a whole show. I don't have the videos anymore. I wish I did.
Scale battles. It was the perfect escape. Simple yet dense with content. Complete freedom.
What is it called? Oh my god, what's that art called? What is this called? I used to have a world where I did this, too. That was on the Xbox, though. Me and my friends had a creative world where we would do pixel art. I remember I made Flappy Bird. I did some easy ones. I did some hard ones like skeletons and shit.
Ends with content. Complete freedom. The same goes for Minecraft's equally popular but wilder little brother, Roblox. There was really some.
I love the modern day Roblox now. I think Roblox now is so cool because you could dev any game. I think then, like, you remember when Roblox was just a dupe of Minecraft? Like, way back. I used to play it on my school computer because they didn't have Minecraft, but they had Roblox, and it was just a bad Minecraft. Like, you would launch the game. I don't even know if they had servers. I think you would just load in, and it was just like a shitty Minecraft.
Something for everyone.
No? Bro, I gotta look that up. I remember I used to, like, build, like, wooden Roblox. Old Roblox off-brand Minecraft. Bro, I gotta look that shit up. How do I, like, what could I search to find that? Old Roblox game. Bro, I'm talking, like, way old. Like, this is probably when I was, like, 8. Like, this is probably, like, 2010, 2009. You were talking about Castle Miner Z? Is that what it is? No, I never played that. I know what that is though. Bro, I don't know. I remember I played an off-brand Roblox. Or it was Roblox, but it was just bad.
One in Roblox. Sports games, fashion games, tycoon games, mystery games. There was so much content and room for creativity and fun for a young mind. And I think we can all agree that sports games peaked during—
No, you know the fucking console for Gen Z is the Wii. The Gen Z console's the Wii. Undisputed. Just because I saw a Nintendo, I'm like, oh yeah, the Wii. Because no Gen Alpha kid's gonna play on the fucking Wii. Or Xbox 360. I think Wii, PS3, Xbox 360. Those three, not PS2. PS2's too old. PS2's too old. I think those three.
Our childhood. 2K16 is probably my most played game of all time. It really is the perfect basketball game, and bro, how can we forget those old FIFA soundtracks? I need to know now. Unfortunately, these days, sports games—
Bro, old FIFA Bro, I was saying this, top 50 games all the time, I had FIFA 17.
Games have been watered down to over-monetized, recycled slop held hostage by corporate overlords. But I still remember the days of try-harding on my park and having intense battles with my brother on Madden. We
FIFA Street
even witnessed mobile games like Clash of Clans and Clash Royale.
Bro, unmatched. Early 2010s Clash of Clans. Bro, when my uncle showed me Clash of Clans for the first time, I was fucking losing that shit. I used to grind the fuck out of that game. Is this it? No, this isn't it. Clash of Clans theme song. What's the theme song for Clash of Clans? Is this it? What the fuck is this? Where's the audio soundtrack for fucking Clash of Clans? The intro. Clash of Clans song. This. You be sitting there, bro, with the little elixir noises. Aha! Aha! Dude, the audio, and it was just so fun. It was just that's why Clash of Clans was in my top 50 games all the time. It's just such a good game.
Over the zeitgeist of our generation.
None of y'all remember Heyday? Yeah, the fuck I do, bitch. I played every goddamn Supercell game that's ever come out. I remember fucking Heyday. Yeah. I remember Heyday. I used to fucking farm wheat. I remember I used to watch TV and farm wheat all day, bitch. I used to be raising up my cows, organizing my farm, trading the fucking little boat guy for fucking milk.
And of course, who—
Boom Beach? Yeah, rip Boom Beach. That shit fell off.
Can forget—
I played Boom Beach too.
Flappy Bird. When it comes to Gen Z, I feel like I have to talk about books, and really one specific book series.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid!
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I don't think there's ever been or ever will be another book series like Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Much like the cartoons we grew up watching, this book series had a profound
That's not pre-watch. What else would it be? Hunger Games?
Impact on the culture and humor of Gen Z. While most children's books try to teach good values like honesty and hard work, Jeff Kinney throws all of that out of the window. Greg Heffley—
Bro, Brooke always tries to get me to watch the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies, and I tell her every time, I'm like, these suck now. You're blinded by nostalgia. I don't want to watch a movie where the guy goes, the cheese touch. The cheese touch. It's fucking cringy now. It was funny when you were 10.
He is cynical, self-serving, opportunistic, lies, cheats, and always tries to find a shortcut.
Roderick Rules is still peak. Is that the second one?
Basically, Greg Heffley is the most honest children's book character we've ever seen. I think because Gen Z has always been hyper-aware, we reject overly righteous characters because we know they don't exist in real life. The people around us operate like Greg, and in many ways, so do we. He was a hilariously flawed character that rarely learned his lesson, and we couldn't get enough. Much like—
Dude, Diary of a Wimpy Kid was one of the only books I wanted to read when I was a kid. I remember like laying in bed reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid, being like hype to read it. And I just feel like they need to let you pick more books now. I feel like when you get assigned books, you hate it when you're able to like pick them and it's like, oh, I gotta read Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It was awesome.
The cartoons we grew up watching, Jeff Kinney gave us the respect of not talking down to us. The magic of those first 6 books will forever hold a special place in my heart. And clearly I'm not the only one, with Diary of the Wimpy Kid still being relevant in meme culture till this day. There's an entire subculture of Diary of the Wimpy Kid fanfictions that range from
Diary of an Empty Man, Diary of a Wimpy Kid Death Note. I've never once considered finding that notebook and gaining the power of that notebook and gaining this power of misfortune. In fact, it's made me happier than I've ever been.
Extremely hilarious to downright depressing. And from time to time, I still read through this book series because it has a distinct comfort and charm that I can't.
I am calling Cap. Who is this? Rowdy? You are not rereading the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books.
Can't find anywhere else. If we're gonna talk about Gen Z media, then it's only right that we talk about Gen Z social media. While short form apps like Vine and TikTok have been huge during our childhood, culturally nothing really comes close to YouTube. I'm genuinely
YouTube for sure.
glad.
And creator-wise, Markiplier and Minecraft YouTubers. Markiplier is like a part of the childhood, dude. Vomit alert. Oh, I
got to witness the old days of YouTube. The days of
LA Beast. LA Beast here. Today I'm gonna be chugging a gallon of rotten milk. And he just fucking vomits into his his washing machine. That was the best.
The FNAF
Vanoss Gaming.
Let's Plays OG phase, back when H3H3 was making hilarious commentary videos.
What phase members did you guys watch? I feel like that's like a Pokemon trading card game. I used to watch Rain, Jev, Adapt, and maybe Tico, a little bit, but those three. Jev, Adapt, Rain. Those were the guys I watched, and that was it. Rice Gum? Was Rice Gum ever in phase?
Casey Neistat's daily vlog, the rise of animation channels. There was so much diverse content. But of all the great channels we grew up with, for me, one of them stands above the rest as the greatest YouTuber of all time.
Oh my god, when they did Parkours, I can't say his name. Ryan Higa. Not gonna say his username though.
A man who defined the humor for a generation of children.
Yo, what's up? My name is Ardizzle for shizzle my nizzle off the hizzle.
Ryan Higa. It's really hard for me to put into words how much Ryan Higa's videos mean to me. He was literally the first YouTuber I ever watched. For the longest time, I thought
Dude, and his shit was I remember loving the Parkours videos. And it was him in his 20s with a bunch of his friends just going, all right, so I'm gonna do a backflip off this monkey bar, and then I'm gonna fucking triple jump off these bouncy balls onto this suitcase, and then I'm gonna swing around and do the landing. And they would just play horse with parkour. And it was fun. It was fun to watch, but it was like low effort content.
YouTube was just a place for music videos until one day my friend showed me Rustin Heber. It was an eye-opening moment. He was edgy, but also genuinely funny and made clever social commentary. I still distinctly remember the days in middle school of watching Dear Ryans on the bus ride home. He was truly one of the first personal brands on YouTube, and I think we all need to thank him for paving the way. So Ryan, I think there's only one thing left to say. And follow me on Instagram. I'm posting
That was a good fucking video, dude. I love that. 2013, 2019, probably the best year I've ever experienced as a kid. I feel like 2019 is a bit late. I feel like 2013 to like 2018, 2017, 2019, like that, that was a long time ago. But 2019 was more modern day. 2019 is still respectable. Yeah, like pre-COVID era. Ninjago, Lego Ninjago. My Little Pony. We all lived the same childhood. I didn't realize 1738 was a Fetty Wap song until you mentioned it. Some of my classmates kept repeating that line over and over. Life might never be the same again. Bro, I hate when people are like bumming about that shit. Be happy you fucking lived in that era and make fucking new memories now. People that long for the past so much, it's just like, dude, you're never gonna fucking live. Dude, it was just so good in that era. Yeah, respect it. Be like, oh, that was awesome. Now let me have more fun. Because look, yeah, that shit was nostalgic. Right now is going to be nostalgic 10 years from now. Like, it's the same shit. That's just how nostalgia works. Like, if you, right now, regardless of how old you are, you can be 15, you can be 25, you can be 30. 10 years from now, you're going to be like, oh, God, remember 2025? Remember 2025? Oh, those were the days. That's what people say. So it's just the same shit. Until you're like 50 years old, everything becomes nostalgic. At some point. Yeah, remember Joe Hart? No. Damn, Unc, you're 30? No, I'm 23. Next.